Guys, we're making it quick and easy pho in my Ninja Foodi coming up. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cooking with CJ. I'm CJ. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that red subscribe button and the bell next to it so you get all the alerts on what we're doing here. And if you're a returning subscriber, part of CJ's crew, you know I love you. All right, so today we're gonna do something I've always wanted to do and never had the time. All right, so I love pho. All right, it's a traditional Vietnamese noodle soup, for lack of a better word. You know, they put brisket in it, or they put shrimp in it, meatballs, whatever. But the process of making the pho broth, which is key to the whole dish, is like 6-7 hours of just like boiling and skimming and boiling and skimming. All right, I don't have time for that. So I am going to make an easy, cheating, shortcutting pho broth today. All right, like literally, just if you're here to see the traditional pho broth being made in the pho bowl of soup, this ain't for you. This is the quick, easy. It can be done in the Foodi. It can be done in the Instapot, any pressure cooker you have. This is the easy version. So all you keyboard commandos out there, just relax, all right? We're cheating on everything today. I don't have all the spices to use, so I'm gonna use Chinese 5-spice, all right? I'm not gonna boil bones and brisket for days to get that broth flavorful. I have beef bone broth, so it's already clear. All the little pollutants have been pulled out of it, so I don't have to sit there and skim and drain and skiv and all that stuff, all right? So like I said, this is gonna be easy. So before you hit that thumbs down because you didn't have your traditional pho, relax. It's gonna be a good one, trust me. Trust me when I say this is good, all right? So let's get down to it. I'll show you the ingredients. Bone broth is easy, you know, the 5-spice. The other stuff is pretty much the accoutrement, all right? The onions and the ginger we're gonna char up in a cast iron pan because I don't wanna set the kitchen on fire by just putting it over the flame. I don't trust myself, okay? So we're gonna char it in a cast iron pan that's super, super hot. But you want that char flavor as it goes into the pressure cooker, all right? This is it, guys. This is the good deal, all right? This will be good. I'm actually going to be making Pho Tom today. Pho Tom is pho with shrimp in it, all right? So I have some 1620 shrimp. We have a nice, tasty broth that we can just start doing our thing. The noodles are just regular rice noodles that we're gonna boil for about 5 minutes. We'll blanch them real quick, make them, put under some cold water, and we'll be ready to eat this dish, all right? I know I've gone on quite a bit, but I kind of want to explain what we're doing here. I'm going to chop up the accoutrement. I'm going to get over on the stove. I'll show you how we char up the onions and the ginger. And so we got the bone broth. We'll add in a couple cups of water, just kind of even it out. Be good to go. All right, come on back. We'll be just going to peel off the skin. We're using the back of the knife, or you could use a spoon, whatever works for you. All right, we're going to take one onion, just a medium-sized onion, and we're gonna cut it in half. All right. Peel the paper off, all sides. Okay, just that easy. So it's smooth. We're gonna char it up pretty good. All right, guys. For the actual accoutrement of the dish, the pho, we like really thin sliced onions. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut these as thin as possible. Pretty thin. These will be good when we put them in the bowl of soup. We got everything we need. You know what I did forget? I forgot jalapenos because some people like chilies in their pho, but I did not buy them. So if you would like a little heat besides the sriracha that you put in there, then you could go ahead and get jalapenos. Get this onions and ginger charred up. This thing's been fired up under full blast heat. So we're gonna get a nice char on these things. Whoa, look at that. It's vibrating, it's going so much. The molecules are going nuts. I've never seen that before. But that's what happens. You put something cold on something hot, it's gonna get a little jumpy. All right, so we're just gonna let that heat. Let's see how, yeah, it's gonna turn color. It's gonna color up real nice real quick. Okay, that's how we're looking. Just let them kind of sit in here for a little bit. Didn't get quite the char I wanted on the ginger, but that's okay. I didn't want to burn the house down. It was smoking up pretty good in here. So if you can do it over the fire, do it over the fire. If you can do it in the pan, do it in the pan. You just want that caramelization to get in the mix. All right, guys, let's get ready to make this broth. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is set our charred veggies in there. Hopefully those are the only things we have to fish out. All right, so we have some original recipes call for some rock sugar. This stuff's just called demerara sugar. It's a real coarse brownish sugar. Well, that was 2 tablespoons. We have 1 tablespoon of salt, and then 1 tablespoon of Chinese 5 spice. Add 4 tablespoons of fish sauce. If you like fish sauce, feel free to add more, but that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna add this whole jug of bone broth. 4 cups of water that's already heated through, because the hotter your liquid is, or the faster it comes to temp. That doesn't look like near enough, so I'm gonna add another 4 cups of water. I think I'm gonna go 2 more cups. All right, looks good. Give this a little whisk through, just to make sure all those spices get to know each other. The salt, the Chinese 5 spice, the sugar. Just let it start kind of coming together, kind of break down a little bit. All right, guys, we're gonna add our pressure lid on. All right, we're gonna make sure we're in the seal mode. Red button's down. We're on high for the pressure. We're gonna go 30 minutes. We're not breaking down any kind of meat in there, so we don't need to go too far in it. We just want to get all the flavors melded together. All right, we're gonna hit start and just let it come up. All right, guys, we're gonna do a quick release, so be careful as you do this. Whoop. All right, guys, we've let the pressure out. Little red button is pushed down. Let's check it out. Oh, you guys should smell what's going on in here. Let's fish out the onion and the ginger. That ginger nubbin. There it is. All right, so what we have here is a nice clear broth. And when I say clear, I mean there's no meat residue in there, bone residue. This is coming straight from the broth that we made. Now let's give it a little taste for seasoning. See if we got close. I think we need a little bit more 5 spice, a little bit more salt, a little more 5 spice in there. So when I do the instructions, do 1.5 teaspoons of the Chinese 5 spice, 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. Whisk. Those flavors incorporated. Go again, give it a try. Yeah, that's better. Got our bowl here, add our broth to it. Now I blanched these noodles according to the package. They're cooled off. The broth is gonna heat it back up and heat it back through. The shrimp are looking delicious. I just poached those too, blanched them right through. Doesn't that look lovely right there? Good Lord, look at the color. All right. Come on back and we'll try this bad boy. All right, guys, we're back. Look at this beautiful, dude, it's awesome. I'm so proud of myself. All right, so grab pho, you gotta doctor it up a bit. So we're gonna put a little heat in there, a little sriracha. Got a little hoisin sauce. Give that sweet in there. And to add a little salty flavor to it, got a little of this soy sauce. I like a little bit of soy sauce. All right, we got some onions already put in there. Got a little basil leaves straight from our garden over here, my organic garden. All right, got some bean sprouts. Give a little squeeze of lime. Oh, oops. Put that in there. All right, take your chopsticks, mix everything around. Now again, I'm telling you, this is the easy way, okay? I don't want the keyboard commandos coming after me that I didn't let the broth simmer for days, skim all the fatty bits from the bones and meat out of there, and blah, blah, blah. All right. And I'm using chopsticks straight from Panda Express. Actually, I think I have them upside down. All right, let's try it. And I don't have the typical spoon, so we got this. Let's try with just the noodles. gotta slurp. Gotta slurp it up, guys. Give me one of these shrimps. This is what I'm talking about right here. If you've never heard of pho before, give this a shot. If you have, you know what it tastes like. This is damn near spot on. Got some good flavors going. Got all these little extras that you put on, the accoutrement, if you will. It's good stuff, guys. Give this a shot. All right, if you guys are interested in getting that Ninja Foodi, hit that link below. I now have an Amazon store, so everything you see in my videos, just click on that link. It'll take you to the Amazon store. And I will also still have individual links down below too. So if you just want to click and go, good to go. Again, it doesn't cost you guys anymore, but it helps out the channel. So that's it for this week. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for cooking with CJ. Take care.